Welcome, you guys, to the SOS Small Business Success Podcast. I'm your host, Bonnie Bonadeo, and welcome. It's been a couple of weeks since I've actually done a podcast, so bear with me here. I have been doing lots of traveling, lots of sailing, lots of boat experience, so many cool analogies from boating to leadership to just trying to do business today. So I really appreciate being in that space of learning new things and seeing how they apply and how they're very similar to other things that we do. So welcome. I really try to keep these podcasts around leadership, communication, speaking, and branding, communication being the broad umbrella to everything, because if we can effectively communicate, we can lead, we can sell. If we are a good speaker, we can communicate more appropriately with our team, our clients, our community, and of course, sometimes speaking, communicating, and leadership falls into a brand identity, which is not about necessarily talking, but it's still conveying a message. So that's what our podcast is about, and each and every week I try to bring some element of this to life for you to be able to see something simple in it and an area of opportunity where you might be able to make the changes that you are. Now, obviously we're in the month of December, so it's a very busy month for us in the salon. And the focus obviously has been into holiday promotions, holiday bookings, and community events, giving back, finding ways to be able to increase sales, all of that good stuff. But today I want you to, because we're in that, we're like full force in that. The time to talk about holidays and promotions and things like that is actually August, September. So if you missed those podcasts that I did back then, that's when I started talking about how to prepare and prep for your holidays. Now I'm just in the motion. I've done all the work. Now I'm just in motion here. But what I want you to do, because I know you're in autopilot right now of getting through this month and being very busy, but in your time of ponder, in those moments that you have where we're thinking about going into the new year, I want you to think about where you might be a fish out of water. All right. So this fish out of water might look like something within these few areas here. And I call this the 5 anchors of success: sales, operations, mindset, marketing, and education. So really what I want you to do, if you're listening to this, is I want you to just think about what did 2024 look like, and maybe even go back a few years. Like I always say, we got to go back and reference even all the way to 2020, because that's when things really changed. That's when business changed. That's when things that seemed like we could just mosey through the process changed. And the way that we're doing business has changed. So I want you to think about from 2020 to this year, where you felt really confident and where you felt like you might have been a fish out of water. And then I want you to think about 2025. Where are you a fish out of water? And what are you going to do about it in 2025? So let's say that one area might be selling. Maybe you're not good at selling to people to have them be aware of your salon. Selling could also lead into marketing with branding. Selling could be selling to your team, being influential with your team, selling products, selling services, selling upgrades, whatever it is that you're selling. Look at your revenue streams, and then are you a good salesperson? Are you a good example of a seller in your business along with your team? Or is that an area of opportunity that you could use a little bit more knowledge around? Okay, what about marketing? I know that every time I see one of those surveys out there that it's like, what do you need more of to be able to grow? A lot of times people say marketing. And marketing, of course, is an endless battle. It's full-on commitment. There's no partial commitment in marketing. You have to be consistent, most importantly. So it's not about doing a ton or a lot or multiple things. Well, there a handful of things, but not multiples of things. But it's finding those few things that are working for you? And then as they're working for you, are there other things that you can add on? But you have to start small with something that you can absolutely positively be consistent with. Like, can you send an email out to your clients once a month? Can you post on social media twice a week? Okay, like that's it. That's all I want you to figure out to start with, but it has to be consistent. And then you're going to find that you can expand and grow marketing from there, okay? And start putting together a more cohesive plan that it has purpose attached to it, right? All right, are you a fish out of water with operations? Operations being the systems in your business, the policies that you have, the profitability, knowing your numbers. Are you comfortable in all of those areas of operation? Adding in automation, starting to work with some of the tools that have AI capabilities on it. And if you're not comfortable with some of those things, that might be something that you want to put on your game plan for 2025. What about leadership? Are you a fish out of water when it comes to leadership? Do you feel extremely confident every time you have to step into a conversation, whether it's a client concern, a stylist concern, a stylist leaving, a stylist unhappy, a stylist taking too much time off, a team member being late or looking disheveled and maybe not as professional as you'd like them to be? Like, are you really confident in all of those leadership conversations? If not, that might be something that you want to put on your 2025 plan. I've got solutions for you too, just so you know. Education. Are you a fish out of water in education? Do you feel like maybe you're a really competent stylist at the chair, or that role that you play at the chair, or as a service provider, but maybe leaning into leading people or really understanding your numbers or your business you're not quite as confident in? Is there something you need to learn? Is there something you need to teach, right? And then, of course, beliefs. Where's your belief system at right now? Are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Are you in the 9, 10 that you are really comfortable and confident going into this next year, and you have a plan and strategy in place of how you're going to be able to grow your business? And if so, then that's going to be able to help you to be able to grow. Now, I want to be able to look at, where do we start? Okay, so if you look at sales, I want you to look at sales as influence. I want you to look at sales as awareness. I want you to look at goals, expectations, measurements. Are you clear on how you're going to be able to grow your people? And then if you look at marketing, I want you to look at your brand. How is your brand looking? Does it need an update? Is it looking old and a little shabby? Is it clear? Is it clear what your purpose is and your brand identity is? Is that really clear? Do you have a plan and a strategy? And what tools are you using to be able to market your business? Operations would look like client experience, team experience, systems, policies, automation, AI. Okay. Leadership would be, are you comfortable? Do you have a system to lead from? Because leadership is no different than anything else. There is a system to be able to be confident 100% of the time in having more difficult conversations, being able to comfortably lead your team. And if you don't have a system, I can share a system with you. Are you confident or are you avoiding? Are you fearful and are you just faking it right now in regards to leadership, right? Education, learning, teaching. What do you need to learn? What do you need to teach? What does your team need to learn? What do your clients need to learn? It's the same thing. We have to teach our clients sometimes how to do business with it. So if you have an enormous amount of clients that are late, how do you deal with that? If you have clients that are no-showing all the time, how are you dealing with that? What type of leader are you where you're willing to put together the right kind of policies and guidelines of how your clients should do business with you and what they can expect? And then, of course, your beliefs is your mindset in a space where you believe that you have what it takes to go into this next year successfully. Or are you overwhelmed? are your limiting beliefs stopping you from being able to be that great leader and owner that you want to be? Do you need guidance? All right. Okay. So think about those things. Jot down some notes of what you would like to learn in 2025. And then feel free to set up a complimentary session with me. I help you through this. Now, here's one of the opportunities for you to be able to get started on all of these strategies, is I have the 2025 Salon Strategy Plan ready to go. It's only $37 this week. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday special, Small Business Saturday special, okay, for $37. And that comes with a laser coaching program. That comes with one laser coaching session with me. Its price is going up after Friday. The price is going to go back up, and it will be $99. And then it will come with the same laser session as well. You can go to sossalonstrategy.com to be able to download that, and then to be able to set up your appointment. And then I want you to think about taking the leadership quiz, because I believe leadership is the foundation to all success that you will have as an owner. Are you leading with heart and edge? You know, do you know what kind of a leader you are? And you could take the SOS Leader Quiz now, and you could find out. You get instant results, and it will also share with you ways to improve your emotionally intelligent leadership skills. So you're going to go to sosleaderquiz.com. All right, so we're closing out 2024. I want you to reflect on what areas you feel like you're a fish out of water. And then I want you to put together a plan of action for 2025. And I want part of that plan is for you to contact me, set up an appointment. If you go to soscoaching.com, sossaloncoaching.com, you will see an area of opportunity for you to set up a free session with me. Do it. What have you got to lose? I'm going to work with you on a specific coaching piece so that you can see that sometimes getting the guidance and the support and the help is worth the investment for you to take your business to the next level. So enjoy the rest of your 2024. I look forward to seeing you in 2025. I've got lots of things in play here. I've been working really hard this year to get a lot of things in play, and I can't wait to share them all with you. So happy holidays to everybody.